Hey guys, so I have my SCX24 green deadbolt here, completely stock, and I picked up some upgrade parts for it, mostly all at once, as you can see. And I thought it'd be interesting to do a before and after, see how this thing's gonna look with all these new parts on it, and see how it's gonna actually perform with all these new parts on it. And I figured maybe one or two of you out there would find it interesting yourselves, or possibly even informative. So you want to go through a couple of these parts. So let's start here. We got the Triel brass boulder bars. Add a little weight to the sides. Then went with the Triel beadlock rims. It's like a brushed steel inside, black outside. And I picked up these Mudslinger tires. We got the Yeah Racing wheel hubs. And then I decided to go with the Emax steering servo. I heard that thing was pretty decent for this truck. And then the Triel high clearance links, which I just thought looked pretty awesome. Hot racing bumper. And then with the brushed steel look for the skid plate in Triel. Yeah Racing brass front steering knuckles. And there we got the Triel steel drive shaft, HR Racing damper shocks, which I also heard were pretty decent. Maybe not the best, but they look pretty cool. And then finally we got the Triel steering links. And then I found these old vintage stickers in one of my boxes from literally probably 30 years ago. I bought those for my first remote control car, which is I still have downstairs. It's the Hornet. Maybe I'll bust that out and show you guys later. All right, enough of that nonsense. Let's get started with these Triel beadlocks. And then we're gonna put on these Mudslingers. Let's check these babies out. Oh. Wow. It's going to be much different. Look at the size of that. So I just finished swapping out the inner components of the old rear axle to this new metal rear axle. For comparison, the top one is the stock plastic rear axle and the bottom one, my new metal Triel rear axle. I just finished setting up the rear axle, rear shocks, all the links, and the drive shaft. This thing's looking pretty slick. I'm gonna move on to the front next. I think this thing's already doubled in weight with just these components. The front end is starting to come together. I got most of the new parts on there. There's the stock for comparison, which is probably 3 times lighter than this new front end. She's starting to look pretty sweet. front end is complete. Let's just admire this for a second before we install it on the truck. Look at this. This is the stock parts. Plastic. Almost feels weightless. This thing weighs like 19 pounds. No, it doesn't weigh that much. But it does, you can definitely feel the weight on this thing. It's all metal. All right, let's get this thing installed. All right, let's get started on this front end build. I know there are plenty of tutorials online on how to do this, so let's just speed this one up